Please rise. Color guard forward march. Color guard hold. Color guard prepare to close the colors.
Colors.
Close the colors.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Scout salute.
Scout salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Two. Color guard about face.
Color guard about face. Forward march.
Birth of scouting on what? February 8, 1910, but not so coincidentally, it's also the actual birthday of Baden-Powell, February 22nd, 1857. Close, that's good, that's good.
Steve, you knew him. How what day was it?
Scouting and the birthday of scouting is actually being celebrated in 161 countries across the world by more than 30 million scouts this month. So what an honor that is. I think it's appropriate, since it is Baden-Powell's birthday, just to give you two quick quotes by Baden-Powell. One is, "It is risky to order a scout not to do something. It immediately opens him up to the adventure of doing." How many have to know what that's like? Tell somebody not to do it, they need to do it, right? The second one is, "There's nothing like being prepared for what might seem possible, even if it might not seem probable." Ties right into the scout. So going to be prepared. And in thinking of the improbable and unthinkable events that happened this past week with the kidnapping of that little girl, a classmate, one of our own, let's take a moment of silence to remember Haley Owens. And then join me in the film act grace. Join me in the film on grace. For food, for raiment, for life, for opportunity, for friendship and fellowship, we thank thee, O Lord. Amen.
Thank you, David. Jason Rutt. There we go. Right. Keyless. Soon, when you become a Boy Scout, you'll find that while there are still many people willing to help, you take on more and more responsibilities, blazing your own eagle trail.
Scouts, you've been called before the pack because you've satisfied the requirements for Cub Scouting's highest rank, the Arrow of Light. As we light these candles, remember the first band of color will remind you of the lessons you've learned as a Cub Scout. Please light the blue candle. Well, in doing your best. Do your promise to fulfill the Scout promise and the Scout motto to do your best when you receive the Arrow of Light badge.
We Willow Scouts have faithfully promised always to keep the spirit of Cub Scouting. As their parents do, you also promise to continue to help the boys in their scouting adventure.
Faced with decisions and at times the trail will seem most difficult to follow. Make your choices by always remembering the Scout law. All you do you promise to forever be trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, and irreverent? If you do, please say it. You do. The third band of color is yellow. It stands for the Arrow of Light. Within the teepees of many braids, the Arrow of Light is an honored place. The shaft is straight and narrow, just as a path that you scouts should follow through your life. Its tip points the way to success in all that you do. It is pointing to the right, a symbol that nothing should be left undone. If it is within your power to do it, see that it is done. And lastly, this is a symbol of the 7 rays of the sun, one for each day of the week. This is to remind you that every day is a new day, a day to do your best in everything you do. A day to honor your God and country, a day to do your good turn, a new chance to follow the Scout law, and remember these words on my honor.
Each boy has blazed his own trail for the Arrow of Light. Now the Arrow of Light will help you remember the promises to keep the spirit of Cub Scouting alive. We promise to let the light shine forth from you, to set an example for others in the footsteps, to your eyes on the eagle and never waver. Then I, Akiva, have the distinct honor to say to you, you are now full-fledged Arrow of Light holders. Next, we ask that the Weeblings, which will pass these out to you, give the pin to your dad and mom, a miniature of the Arrow of Light. You guys can pin that on, your mom or your dad, whichever one you're with. We have nurses on standby.
We have 2 of them. I think there's a couple band-aids left.
All right.
That goes right down, right?
Now, boys, if you would take one step forward, and the parents, if you could go get the arrow back over here that you have prepared for them. Parents, please present the arrow to the boys for completing this step in their scouting drill.
Okay, round of applause for our new Arrow of Light.
We want to congratulate our commander, Airman Igor, after we go to giving him a plaque and a present for being Cub Master Pathfinder through his years.
Thank you, boys. It's been an honor to have you as Weeble Scouts and all of you Scouts out here. It's been an honor and a pleasure. So you boys can have a seat. Daniel Good, come forward while we're waiting here.
Been there, done that.
That's bad. You like that? Like that?
Got the teacher.
All right, got the t-shirt. Lucas?
Thank you for bringing our dedicated.
Weevil Scouts, to show that you're experienced scouts, please repeat the scout oath along. Scout sign. On my honor. Two.
All right, good job.
The Cub Scout experiences of our boys who are ready to cross over the bridge into Boy Scouting. You started your Cub Scout careers as Bobcats. You were at least in the first grade. You had to learn the Cub Scout promise, the law of the pack, the handshake, and the salute. So you started your journey on the Bobcat Trail. You looked ahead and saw that the trail was long, but you knew it could be done.
Mr. Scott?
Many of you passed through the Tiger Den and completed 6 activities and 5 series on the journey that led your family expose you to the outdoors. You learned to stay healthy, how to stay safe, and ready to pay
Max?
As you went to Wolf Valley, you worked on your physical and mental skills until you had passed 12 achievements. You passed these achievements with your parents or at your den meetings. You were growing. You mastered Wolf Valley. Raise your hands up and look where the trail leads now. Up and up.
Andrew?
As you progressed up the trail toward Bear Mountain, you found the achievements a little more difficult because you were growing both physically and mentally, and more was expected of you. You passed your 12 required achievements and were encouraged with electives. As the year passed and you reached the top of Bear Mountain, you can now see ahead of you a lot of relief. The guides on the trail now changed, and fathers became the leaders in their field.
Steve?
You were a member of the Weeblo's Den. Now it was strictly between you and your leaders whether you wanted to work for Arrow of Life or just wanted to be a member of the Den. You remained a Weeblo Scout until you reached the 5th grade, when you became eligible to join a Boy Scout troop. You worked hard in the Weeblo's Den and are now ready to take your next step on the scouting trail by crossing over the bridge to further adventure.
Boys? Our accomplishments are never made without help. And significant for the Scouts' growth have come with help from their parents. Parents, I thank you for the help you have given your son and your cooperation with Den 9 and Pac 9 and the leaders. Of course, we shall miss you as you move into your scouting, but we're honored to present Troops 1, Troops 235, and Troop 16 with such outstanding spins. We wish all of you continued success as you climb the scouting trail. So now, I've called.
Will, are you ready for adventure?
All right, Will. Come on now, buddy. Scouts, let's give him a high five as he's heading down the trail.
Will joined us just recently as a transfer from another pack, and he's worked really hard to achieve not only his Weeblo's rank, but also his Arrow of Life. We're very blessed to have him with us and very involved parents. It's a good man to have.
Thank you, Will. Wish you well on your journey. You may now cross the bridge. It's safe, I promise. All right. You're joined your council fire.
Have they completed the requirement?
Yes, they have. Nathan Good. Connor Jordan.
Connor joined us as a Wolf Scout and has been a mainstay of the leaders in our games for the past 4 years. Connor's brother Jack is in scouting. Grant with us.
Ari Gonzalez.
Ari is a gifted athlete. He's been a good scout. I remember spending summer in a with Ari one year. And we drifted back to hell. We really appreciate having Ari's parents, Venus and Ken, and little Evie, attend the meetings with us. You guys are a good scout.
Isaiah Johnson.
Isaiah joined us this past fall, worked very hard to achieve his regional rank in their life. Very impressive amount of work for a short period of time.
Jason Wright.
Jason joined the fall as well, along with Isaiah. He worked very hard to do all his things to keep people out of their life. He was a big thing to studies and his tequila, bringing meetings and we go camp.
Tyler Vogel.
Tyler was with us when we were meetings. He's always eager to help, especially if there's fire involved. Tyler's part of a great scouting family with his mother and dad. He joined his brother Nathan.
Smile. Yes. Just a finger.
Would you like to come to your council?
Does the spirit of scouting burn brightly in them?
It burns bright.
Then send them over.
Mitchell Smith.
Mitch is one of the 3 scouts that joined Gen 9 when Gen merged, when Aaron took the comeback control. Mitch is smart and tacky and good leader. We really enjoyed having Mitch and his dad and his brother Clayton on campus with us. Good one.
Jason Pierce.
Jason Pierce is a good scout, he's a great Boy Scout. He's an old brother in the program. And we thank his dad Scott for volunteering to be a great leader, continuing to provide the study way for his younger brother.
Michael Vetcher.
Michael's done a success story for us. He joined us late.
Welcome to Troop 16.
Worked very hard. He's leading the team, leading people in the rank. Troop 16 is lucky to have him.
Ian Phillips.
Ian is one of the scouts who's just really watching him grow.
Welcome to Troop 16.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, the little kids, as those kids were. He owes a debt gratitude to Pat. He's a tequila.
Lucas.
Welcome to Troop 16.
Do you have any more room on that side of the council department?
Troop 16 always has room for good scouts and good scouters.
Do you care if I come join you?
Come right across.
But before I do, Richard Stone, will you please come forward? Let's give Richard a high five. Come on. Richard.
Yes.
Before I leave, I would like to entrust in you the leadership of Fact 9 as Scoutmaster. Thank you, sir.
As a gift for myself, as the outgoing leader to both the old Cub Master and the community chair, it does take a pair of clowns to operate an organization like this.
It's just the right size for me.
And I've worked to try and get everybody to sign these shoes. And anybody who has not, feel free to sign these afterwards. We have plenty of room left. You're a leader one. And it takes a pair of us to make this all happen, along with everybody else that works together to get this accomplished. And I have some really big shoes to fill. Thank you, gentlemen, for all the service and time you put into it.